the truth is always bitter because it reflects deep insecurities that most people suppress, hide, and run from. When faced with such truth, they feel ashamed, exposed, and vulnerable, which leads them to lash out at the messenger of such truth. In effect, it's not the person telling the truths they have a problem with. The actual problem is their inability to face the truth. So they ignore the truth and instead focus on shooting the messenger. It's a defense mechanism that helps them deflect from the truth because it's painful. Society doesn't encourage truth because its principle of morality judge and criticize, making people feel ashamed of the truth. So people are forced to live a lie, running and hiding from the truth so they can fit with the crowd. They conform. So when people are suddenly faced with the truth, their first instinct is to deny, blame, and resent the messenger of truth. So don't take it personally. It's not you they dislike. It's the truth they dislike. The frame of this video exposed, you can kinda guess why Andrew Tate, one of the most Googled men in 2022, is also very hated. We will come to that a little bit later. Back in the days when I was cutting hair in Canada, I've known someone very similar to Andrew Tate, mentality-wise, that we are going to call F for the rest of the video. F was a businessman respected by all, good-looking guy, with an athletic body, very funny, very empathic, very smart, successful, courteous, well-mannered, gentleman, highly disciplined, and highly driven. Nobody is perfect, but honestly, as somebody who was scrutinizing F very closely, it was hard to pick one single bad thing about him. As someone interested in business and self-improvement, I was looking at this man as the Messiah. Before meeting him, I didn't know such smart people did even exist, no joke. I was literally obsessed with him to become close to me like a mentor or something, but how? You know, businessmen have barely time for their own family, so how could I get what I wanted? Another challenge for me was that he was on business trips practically all the time. Hard to catch type of fish, if you know what I mean. Well, my hope was that as a barber, you touch people's hair and you get somehow into clients' intimacy. I've not only liked my amazing barbering skills, but over time we naturally got closer. One day I took my chance asking him to teach me about money. F immediately saw an opportunity for both of us. He needed a regular barber to be with him when he was traveling to avoid unexpected bad cuts, making him look like a Pokemon. Literally his word. What a funny guy was he, seriously. As his personal barber, I was humbled to get paid almost 4 times more than my former full-time job at the barbershop for cutting one single client's hair. Meanwhile, I was learning about money, capitalism, the proper mindset to adopt, etc. Why am I telling you that story? Well, to explain you, during his lecture, F was talking straight facts about things I was doing wrong. I remember once it was so painful that I barely could stand on my feet. It was straight real talk about what I'm doing wrong to get where I want. I didn't know at that time, but he was making me aware of my flaws. He was stressing out mighty weak points like my softness, my naivety, my health and diet, my sense of responsibility, my misunderstanding of the world. The list goes on. He was talking to me very similarly to Andrew Tate's social media messages to the youth. F's speech were full of consciousness, truthful, and very deep, making me aware of my flaws and about the real meaning of life. He was giving me lectures like, don't be immature, eat well, read books, put your shit together, take responsibilities, go to the gym, learn to think properly, create a network, make money before thinking about a relationship, etc. F's word and knowledge had the power to make deep changes in me like ever before. It's almost like he spotted my deepest weaknesses and he allowed me to be able to realize them and make changes as needed. In a very egoistic world, have you ever met someone who truly and genuinely cares about you? I was lucky to meet one and connect with him. Unfortunately, F died during the pandemic in 2020 at only 37. I was affected like I lost my brother I will take a bullet for. At F's funeral, I realized even more how big of a person he was. It was a rainy day in Toronto, crowded with hundreds of people from different ethnicities and cultures. People were crying the same way they would at their father's funeral. I found out I was far from being the only one he cared that much about. I believe there are some few people who have some real compassion and empathy to help others without expecting anything in return. F's heart was the same. He was concerned about making this world around him a better place before leaving. Since I discovered Andrew Tate, I've seen every single video of him online. I've also read every single article I could find about him due to his similarity with my deceased mentor. The more I knew Andrew Tate, the more I realized I wasn't wrong. Tate and F are literally the same guy. Trust me that Andrew Tate has a genuine will to help and bring a positive impact in this world. The kind of thing he's saying is extremely similar to F's lecture to help me become a better version of myself. When I saw Andrew Tate online for the first time, I called F's widow to let her know about him. She calls me back, shocked, in tears, and she goes like, "Oh my god, I thought F was one of a kind, but this Andrew Tate guy is just like him." Who better than her to realize it? I know Andrew Tate is an influencer who uses this industry of attention to make money, but I very deeply believe he's doing it in a way that shocks people with valuable deep truths not everyone talks about. But deep down, his messages vibrate with so many people all around the world because he's reviving part of us we usually delay, forget, or neglect. I think he's genuinely willing to help. Recently, we all know Andrew Tate got incarcerated in Romania. Aiden Ross, another live streamer, is very close to Andrew Tate. He was chilling with the Tate brothers in their Romanian mansion. We can say he knows Andrew Tate behind the scene quite well. He is the only non-family member authorized to visit Tate in detention in Romania. He even tweeted Joe Biden to help Andrew Tate in his misadventure. Aiden said Andrew genuinely cares. Aiden became a whole different person since he started rubbing shoulders with the Tate brothers. He seems driven to become a better version of himself. We can truly see how much of a good impact Andrew Tate had on him. Very similarly to what happened with me while being mentored by F. What a coincidence. Unfortunately, saying the deepest truth to have a genuine good impact on people's life can make you enemies. Mainly people running away from the truth, living and conforming with society. Because as I said earlier, the truth also revived Eden Payne. I myself experimented on social media asking Andrew Tate's haters if they ran away from the truth. They all avoid the question, change subjects, or answer with another out-of-topic question. Anyway, stay true to yourself.